right, so wherever you are, let's just take a comfortable seated posture. You can sit lifted up on something, you can sit on the floor, and let's just go ahead and either close the eyes or take a soft gaze with the eyes and just drop into your breath. So just simply noticing the sound, sensation, and movement of the breath, however it happens to be moving right now. And for a moment, or maybe in these first few moments, just maybe taking refuge in a sense, just in the fact that even though there are so many uncertainties and unknowns at this time, that for the next hour or so, we're just right here together. We're just right here, breathing, moving, holding this space together. So just settling into that for a moment. Maybe with a full breath in, full breath out. One of the things that I've noticed doing these classes online with so many friends is really that sense of spiritual friendship that is honestly timeless, and it's not tied to any particular location. It's really much more vast and boundless than that, and it's this kind of deeper space of connection. And I've just been noticing, at least for me, how it's possible to kind of drop into that space even as we find these new ways of nurturing that connection. But the truth is that it's already there, and we can really continue to cultivate that even when we're not together. So just sensing for a moment maybe that nourishment, those connections, nourishment that you get from the connection to your own aliveness, whatever that feels like right now. And maybe just sensing that your practice is really just a commitment to this sense of intimacy with life and really the power of aliveness. So just another breath or two here, kind of settling and softening, grounding yourself. Maybe there's a different kind of intention that's arising for you right now, and making some space to honor that. And then with your next couple of breaths, you might bow your head, and if your eyes were closed, blink your eyes open and just take in your surroundings for a moment. And then let's just lift the gaze forward, and as you breathe in, bring your palms to touch each other and broaden the collarbones. And as you breathe out, interlace your fingers, press your palms forward and round your back. And as you inhale, reach your arms up, maybe look up, rocking forward over your sitting bones. And as you exhale, reaching the arms wide and down. Let's do this again, palms together, breathing in, broadening the chest. Interlacing fingers, palms pressed forward, broadening the back, maybe tucking the chin. Inhaling, pressing the palms up, maybe looking up, reaching up. And then exhaling, stretching the arms wide and down. So just mobilizing the arms, legs, and spine here, palms together, inhale. Exhale, broadening the back as you press the palms forward and round. And then rocking forward over the sitting bones, pressing the palms up, arching the back, looking up. And then exhale, just reaching the arms wide and down. And just take a breath in and a breath out to soften and pause. Just feeling, cultivating that quality of intimacy with your inner experience. Let's rise up onto our hands and knees for a moment and lie down on our backs. So again, as is true for most of my classes, I like to really spend a lot of time cultivating that midline connection. So lie down on your back. Let's start with the knees hugging in. So both knees hugging in, rocking a little bit side to side. You might circle your knees around one direction or the other if you like. And then let's just stretch the legs out onto the floor in front of you, hugging the legs together. So hugging the legs together, interlacing the fingers, arms reach away from the legs. So just lengthening long from the fingers to the toes. Finding as you breathe, drawing breath through the nose and cultivating that subtle quality of the breath. As you exhale, locating the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, knitting together and drawing in below the navel. Take another inhale, really lengthening, and then exhale, bring the right knee into the chest. Squeezing the right knee in. Take an inhale as you lengthen your left leg. And then as you exhale, you might bow your head to your knee, deepening that, drawing down below the navel, bowing the head. Inhale, reach the right leg out, reach the arms away from the legs, so you're lying back down again. And then exhale, left knee coming in. So just take a breath just to hug the knee down with an exhale, to lengthen the right leg with an inhale. And then exhale, bowing your head to your left knee, and stay here, drawing the belly down, lengthening the right leg. One more exhale. Inhale, rest the head down, reach the left leg out, the arms reach away from the legs. And then exhale, let's just bring the legs up so that the shins are parallel to the floor and the knees are bent 90 degrees, so the thighs are perpendicular to the floor. Arms are reaching overhead. Imagine you have a block between your legs and just feel as you exhale that hugging into the midline with the legs, that knitting together of pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, drawing in below the navel, and just let those gestures be in some way a gesture of deepening attention inside, right? Just getting a little more subtle, a little more intimate, if you will. Take an inhale here, and then we're going to bring our palms together. Exhale, lift and reach with the arms to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, lie back down, arms reach away from the legs, keep hugging the legs in. Exhale, draw the navel down, lift and reach to the left. Let's do this a couple more times. Inhale, lie down, hugging the legs to the midline. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Inhale, lie down again, and then exhale, lift and reach to the left. We're going to do this again, but hold for an extra breath. Inhale, lie down. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Stay here, inhale and reach a little more as you exhale. Inhale, lie down again. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. Stay here, take a full breath in, full breath out. And then inhale, lie down again. Exhale, just hug the knees in and pause. Maybe rock gently side to side. So we're going to do another variation of that. Let's start with the right leg reaching up to the ceiling and the left leg hovering out over the floor. Hug the legs again towards the midline and draw the navel down. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lift and reach to the outside of your right leg. Inhale, lie down, squeeze the left leg up to meet the right leg. Exhale, switch sides, lift and reach to the outside of the left leg as the right leg hovers. Inhale, lie down again. We're going to slow it down. Exhale, lift and reach to the outside of the right leg, hover the left leg. Stay here, inhale and reach further, exhale. Inhale, lie down again, left leg comes up. Exhale, lift and reach to the left. Stay for that full breath. Inhale and reach as you exhale. Inhale, lie down again. One more slow round. Exhale, lift and reach to the right. Lengthen the legs as you inhale. Knit the belly down, reach further as you exhale. And then lie down again. Inhale, legs up, arms overhead. Exhale, last time to the left. Same thing. Take your time. Stay for an extra breath. One more exhale. Inhale, lie down. And exhale, bend the knees. Touch the soles of the feet to the floor and pause. Just take a full breath in and a full breath out. Just settling, softening, remembering that just for these moments, we're right here together. Connecting with breath, connecting with our own power of aliveness. Let's bring the feet a little bit closer to the sitting bones. And then either with arms along your sides or arms overhead, let's inhale, lift the hips up. So coming into bridge pose, just breathing here. And as you breathe in bridge pose, feeling the strength of your legs, that quality of your breath that arises from the pelvic floor and the low belly. And maybe you naturally get a little bit more space to expand. Take another full breath, inhale. And then lower the hips down as you exhale. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, lift right back up. So this time you have the option, as we often do, to keep the left foot on the floor and lift the right leg straight up. Take a full breath. Use that left leg, wrapping that left hip point towards the navel. Reach a little higher, 1 more inhale. And then foot down and hips down. Exhale, good. Inhale, right away, rise back up again. You can keep both feet on the floor or right foot only on the floor, left leg up. And then breathe here. Really come to the midline. Use your right leg. Take another inhale. Get a little longer, a little sweeter. And then left foot down and hips down as you exhale. Let's just take the knees together and the feet wide. And inhale, exhale, just pause. Right, sensing quality of closeness or intimacy with your own aliveness, the sound sensation of your own breath. And just sensing the shared, the universal space of that aliveness. Right? Receiving the nourishment of that. Okay, let's come up onto our hands and knees. So you can hug your knees in, rock up. And any which way that works for you, come into tabletop. And then just pause in tabletop. We'll take about 5 full deep breaths, maybe cat-cow, maybe moving hips side to side. So breathing in and out, maybe arching and rounding your back. Just taking a few rounds to connect with your breath and body, breathing here. Let's take 1 more full cycle of breath, and then we'll find our way to neutral. So from neutral, let's take the right leg and reach it straight back. So right leg is reaching straight back behind you. Take an inhale, get longer through that leg as you lift the navel to the spine. As you exhale, take the right leg over to the left, tuck the toes, and look over your left shoulder. So you're kind of opening up that right side, grounding into the hands, drawing in below the navel. Take another exhale. And then inhale, reach that right leg straight back. So this time we're going to keep the leg lifted. As you exhale, come into chaturanga with your elbows. Push your heels straight up. And then inhale, pull right back up to tabletop with the right leg reaching back. Exhale, pull your knee to your nose, curling in, bow your head to your knee. Inhale, reach that right leg back again. Exhale, back to tabletop. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Left leg reaching back, pause, and exhale. Just finding your midline here. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, left toes over to the right side, lengthening left side as you exhale and look over your right shoulder. Draw in below the navel, grounding into the hands. Take another full exhale here. Inhale, reach the left leg straight back. And again, we're going to do that one-legged chaturanga. So bend your elbows as you push your heels straight up. And then inhale, come back up. And then knee to the nose, curling in, bowing head to the knee as you exhale. Inhale, reaching back again. Exhale, come into tabletop. Let's do that one more time on each side, a little bit quicker pace. Inhale, right leg reaching straight back. Exhale, tuck the toes to the left, looking over the left shoulder, lengthening that right side. Take another exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg back. Exhale, chaturanga, push the heel up as you bend the elbows. Inhale, pull straight up from the midline. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bowing the head to the knee. Inhale, reaching back again. Exhale, bring the knee down. One more time, other side, left leg reaching back. Exhale, left toes over to the right, looking over the right shoulder, lengthening the left side. Take a full breath in and out. And then inhale, reach the left leg back. Exhale that one-legged chaturanga. Push the heel up as you bend your elbows. And then inhale, rise back up. Exhale, pull the knee to the nose, curling in, bow the head to the knee. Inhale, reaching back. And exhale, grounding that left knee. Let's take a full breath in and out and place forearms down, step to forearm plank, please. So step the feet back and right into forearm plank. Feel your arms and legs grounding you. And then as you get grounded, so when we get grounded, we get really refined and focused. Can we then, from that grounded space, get a little more expanded, open-hearted, sweeter? One more inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down. Interlace hands behind your back. Inhale, hug the arms and legs in and lift up. Get longer from the armpits to the toes. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, just resting all the way down on your belly. Maybe head to the side, maybe forehead down. Take an inhale and an exhale and just soften for a moment. Take refuge in that kind of shared space of aliveness. Aliveness or prana, really that vibration of the earth flowing through you, flowing through everything. Let's take one more exhale. One more time, forearm plank, come back up, tuck the toes, lift right back up. And then use your arms and legs to find your midline. As you find your midline, deepen that connection with your breath, and then let it naturally expand and get a little more spacious, a little bit sweeter. Take another full breath. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hips down all the way down. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Hug your legs in. See if you can draw the navel in, or draw in below the navel, I should say, and then lift the arms, legs, and chest up. Lengthening the armpits forward, the inner thighs up, the feet back. One more inhale. Exhale, just rest. Full breath in and full breath out. Another breath here, just really softening, settling, receiving the nourishment of this connection to ourselves and one another, no matter where you are. And then from here, let's rise either into tabletop or high plank, and then downward facing dog or child's pose. So you always have those options. And I will say, I'll try to offer as many optional variations as I can here. But of course, practicing at home, you can really start to explore what variations work best for you. So let's take a few deep breaths in downward facing dog, just really lengthening from the inside. Right, so we start with our practice really cultivating these inner resources, having that intimate conversation inside, really connecting with ourselves in that way, and then naturally sensing the capacity to expand from there. Let's take another full cycle of breath and exhale all the way out. Bring the feet to the hands, start to lengthen as you breathe in, lengthening, looking up. Exhale, bowing all the way down. Just take your time. You can bend your knees any amount. Inhale, stand all the way up. Let the arms reach up, look up, palms touch. And then exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides. So we're going to move through a few rounds of sun salutation A. As you inhale, lift your arms, palms touch, look up. Might be a little different for those of you that haven't been here in a week or so. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, come halfway up. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right foot back and pause. So we're in a low lunge. Inhale, sink the hips forward, broaden the chest, look up. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, curling, bowing, rounding the back, head bows to the left knee. Inhale, sink and lengthen again, looking up. It's almost like cat-cow here. Exhale, squeezing together, curling, bowing, rounding the back. One more time, just a lengthening breath as you inhale. And then hands down, exhale, push the left foot into one-legged plank. Inhale here, exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full, deep, spacious breath, really finding that breath arising all the way from the pelvic floor and the low belly, and then lengthening forward through the crown. With your next exhale, just let it come all the way out, and then we're going to jump through and bring our legs in front as we inhale, so into Navasana, any version of Navasana that's possible for you right now. Hugging the legs in, drawing in below the navel, broadening the collarbones. Take another inhale here. Exhale, fold your legs. Inhale, you might do a little press and lift up, and then you can step back to chaturanga if you wish, up dog and down dog. Of course, just stepping into downward dog is just fine as well. Take a full cycle of breath in downward dog. Can you really let your head be heavy, draw in below the navel, and then naturally lengthen and sweeten in all directions. Let's inhale, press, lift, and reach the right leg up and back. And then exhale, bring the right foot between the hands up on the left toes. Inhale, sink the hips forward, lengthen and look up. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, curling in, bowing the head to the knee. Again, inhale, lengthening, sinking the hips forward, broadening the collarbones, looking up. Exhale, squeezing, curling, bowing, rounding. One more inhale, sinking and lengthening. And then we'll step the left foot forward to meet the right foot as we exhale. Inhale, just come halfway up. Hug the legs together, draw in below the navel and lengthen. Exhale, belly lifts more as you bow over your legs. Inhale, stand all the way up, let the arms reach up and look up. Let's dive right back down as we exhale, all the way back down. Just coming halfway up, breathing in. Fingertips down, step that left foot back as you exhale. Inhale, sink the hips, lengthen and look up. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, scoop the belly, bow the head. Again, inhale, sinking the hips, lengthening and looking up. Exhale, squeezing together, curling and bowing the head. One more lengthening breath as you inhale. Sink the hips forward, reach the left heel back, and then exhale into that one-legged plank. Inhale, right leg is lifted, one-legged plank. Maybe exhale, one-legged chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Just enjoy a few breaths here. Take a moment to reconnect. Just sensing that, really that shared soul space that we're in right now. Just that deep kind of attunement to really the power and the sweetness of aliveness of prana. Let's exhale one more time. And then bring the legs through and the bottom down for Navasana. So drop your bottom down, lift your legs up. Again, right here, any variation of Navasana that works for you right now. Just feeling into the subtleties as you breathe. Hugging the legs, drawing in below the navel. Maybe a little smile. Take another inhale. Exhale, fold your legs. Inhale, you can press your palms down, lift up. Exhale, you can come into chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, one way or another. Take a full deep grounding breath right here. Let's use our next inhale to press, lift, and reach that left leg up and back. Nice big reach with that left leg. Exhale, bring it forward between the hands, up on the right toes. Inhale, that same thing. Sink and lengthen the hips, reach the right heel back. Exhale, squeeze the legs together, draw in below the navel, bow the head. Inhale, sink and lengthen again, broadening the collarbones, maybe looking up. Exhale, squeezing, curling, bowing. Good. One more lengthening breath as you inhale. And then step that right foot forward and fold over the legs as you exhale. Hug the legs in, lengthen the belly, look up, inhale. Exhale, draw the belly in as you bow all the way down. Let's stand up and lift the arms on the inhale all the way up. And just bring your arms down, exhale. A variation of sun salutation B that we've been doing lately. Inhale, deep bend in the knees, lift the arms and look up. So Utkatasana. Exhale, bow forward over the legs all the way. Inhale, hugging legs in, lengthening, looking up. Exhale, could be chaturanga or just plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg reaching up, a nice full spacious breath, reaching. Exhale, bring the right foot between the hands, drop the left foot. Inhale, stand all the way up into warrior one. And then exhale, bring the left hand down, step into side plank, balancing on the left hand. You can just stay in side plank, or you can exhale, drop your hips and follow with your arm. Inhale, lift your hips up, reach the right arm overhead. Exhale, drop the hips, let the right arm come down. Inhale, lift and reach overhead again. One more time if you're doing the movement, exhale, drop down. Inhale, lift, reach overhead, get longer. Exhale, could be high plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full, deep, spacious breath when you get to dog pose. Really finding your midline, softening, settling here. Good, let's take the other side. Left leg, inhale, reaching up and back. Exhale, pull that left foot forward, drop that right foot. Inhale into warrior one. Just come all the way up with a full deep breath in. And then right hand down and step the left foot back for that side plank. Again, you can stay right there. Or exhale, drop the left arm and follow with the hips. Inhale, lift and reach up and overhead. Exhale again, sink down and drop with the arm. Inhale, lift and reach up and overhead. Maybe one more as you exhale, dropping down. Inhale, lift, reach up and overhead. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full, deep, spacious breath. Right here, a full inhale and a full exhale. Really feeling that connection with your breath a little bit deeper inside. Sensing that the more there can be a quality of groundedness and kind of contraction to the midline, there might be a little more expansion and sweetness to the periphery. Next time you breathe in, bring the feet to the hands, come halfway up, really lengthening. Exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Bend the knees, lift the arms. So deep bend in the knees, hug the legs together, reach up into Utkatasana. And then back into standing as you exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the arms, full, deep, spacious breath. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, hugging legs in, lengthening in from below the navel. Exhale, stepping back and maybe chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up and back as you breathe in, reaching up. As you breathe out, bring that right foot forward, drop the left foot. Inhale, rise all the way up to warrior one. Exhale, left hand down, step the right foot back, side plank. Inhale, lift and reach the right arm overhead. Maybe you stay there, or exhale, lower the hips and follow with the right arm. Inhale again, reaching overhead. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, lift and reach. One more time, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and reach. Hug the legs together, draw in below navel. Exhale, maybe chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full deep breath before we do the other side. Let's inhale, left leg up and back. One more time, exhale, pull that left foot forward, drop that right foot. Inhale, rise all the way up, warrior one, reach up, look up. Exhale, right hand comes down, step the left foot back. Find that side plank, hug your legs, lift your left arm. Maybe you exhale, lower the hips and follow with the arm. Inhale, lift and reach again. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale, lower. Last time to reach and lengthen overhead. Exhale, chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Just breathing here. Right, taking refuge in this present moment quality of aliveness. This present moment connection to one another. Sensing really the power and the sweetness of that awareness. Let's take one more exhale here. Feet to the hands and lengthen as you breathe in. Bow all the way down as you breathe out. We're going to bend into Utkatasana and hold it. So bend the knees as you inhale, lift your arms and look up. And then bring palms in and sit down. So stay in Utkatasana with the palms in. Find your legs grounding and hugging in. Draw in below navel. As you exhale, turn to the right. So maybe left elbow to the outside of the right knee or thigh. And then broaden the collarbones towards the thumbs. Find your belly more deeply as you breathe here. See if you can get a little more space, a little more sweetness as you do. Take another full exhale here. Keep the legs as you inhale, come through the center. And let's go to the other side as we exhale. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee, drawing in with the belly, lengthening the spine. Take another full exhale here. Inhale, come back to center, and then release and fold over your legs. You might choose to grab opposite elbows. You might just touch the floor or anywhere on your legs. Just let your head be heavy, your belly be light. Take a full deep breath here. One more exhale. Good, let's take a gentle bend in the knees and inhale, stand all the way up. And exhale, just arms to your sides. Good, so let's take a wide stance on our yoga mat, so feet wide and hands on the hips, and just exhale right here. So we're gonna do a little combination that'll be familiar to you, but let's start right here, standing on both feet, hands on the hips, and as you push your hands onto your hips, pushing the hands toward the navel, maybe drawing in below the navel and standing up tall. As you exhale, let's pivot our feet towards the right foot. So the right foot turns out and the left foot turns 45 degrees. Inhale, arms outstretched. Exhale, tip over the right leg for Uttita Trikonasana. So just extended triangle pose over the right leg, pressing into the feet. So it's a fairly simple shape. Let that simplicity actually be an invitation to feel a little more deeply, right? So feeling the ground with your feet, feeling the pelvic floor and the low belly with your breath, and then lengthening through the crown of the head as you maybe rotate and look up at your left hand. Take another full breath, really expressing that quality of being grounded right here in this moment, and then gently expanding and moving into the space that's here. As you exhale, bring left hand to left hip, maybe look down at that right foot. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose, shifting onto your right leg. You might press and lift your left leg. Okay, you could reach your left arm up. You might even bend your left knee and connect the hand to the foot. Breathing wherever you are, steady gaze, steady breath. Just take refuge for a moment right where you are, just this moment, just this breath. As you inhale, let's open it up if the hand and the foot were bound, and then hand to the hip and touch that left foot to the back of your mat as you exhale. Inhale, rise and turn the feet parallel, arms outstretched. And then exhale, let's just turn the feet and tip over the left leg. So same thing on the other side. Start with Utthita Trikonasana. It's a little bit simpler, it's a little more grounded. Right, so steadying yourself from the inside first. Noticing where you are, really connecting. Take another full inhale, lengthening from the pelvic floor to the crown of the head. And then exhale, right hand to right hip and look down at left foot. Let's shift onto the left leg, press and lift the right leg for Ardha Chandrasana. Steadying your gaze, steadying your breath. Maybe you reach the right arm up. Maybe you even connect the hand and the foot together and then open and expand from there. Draw in below the navel. See if that gives you a little more space, a little more sweetness. Take another exhale wherever you are. Let there be an expanding breath as you inhale. And then right hand to hip, touch the right foot down as you exhale. Inhale, stand all the way up. A victorious breath, turning the feet parallel, arms outstretched. And then exhale, just bring hands to hips. Pushing the hip points together, drawing in below navel, standing up really tall as you inhale. And then exhale, turn the heels in and the toes out. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and the elbows, sit down. Keep the legs, inhale, lift the arms. Reach up, exhale, bend the elbows, draw in below the navel. Repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, reaching up as your hips drop down. Exhale, sinking a little bit more, drawing into the midline more. Inhale, reaching up again. Exhale, sinking into Goddess. Just pause here. As you breathe, find your pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, knit together and lift up. Reach out through the elbows. 1 more inhale. And then exhale, bring hands onto your knees or thighs and lean forward. We're just going to take a few breaths here. So I'm kind of shrugging my shoulders up to my ears and then breathing. As you inhale, let the belly release and soften. As you exhale, draw in below the navel deeply. Repeat that 2 more times. Inhale, soften the belly, just let it drop. Exhale, draw in below the navel, hollow out the belly. 1 more time, inhale, soften. Exhale, draw in deeply below the navel. Stay here, keep that belly lifted for another inhale and sink a little deeper as you exhale. And then inhale, stand all the way up, arms outstretched, feet parallel. Exhale, let's fold over our wide legs. So just a wide-legged standing forward fold. Let your hands walk back between your legs. And just feel that natural kind of lightness in the belly here if possible. Heavy head, light belly, just pause. Notice where you are. That first and very simple gesture of presence, and then cultivate a little bit of intimacy as you notice your breath and the sound, sensation, and movement that arises with it. Let's take another full exhale here. And then we'll slide the arms forward. We're going to take this into a twist. Slide the arms forward as you inhale. Really lighten the fingertips. Exhale, left arm reaches under the right leg and look under your right armpit. Draw in below the navel and lengthen the torso. Take another full exhale here. And then inhale, release the left arm. And exhale to the other side. Right hand reaching to the left leg. Rotate, looking under. Take a full, deep, spacious breath here. 1 more exhale. Inhale, reach that right arm out. Exhale, pause. Good, let's just come halfway up as we breathe in. So even though your feet are apart, can you imagine that feeling of legs hugging together and drawing in below the navel to get a little more length through your spine here? Exhale, climb hands to the hips. Inhale, stand all the way up. Take your time. Exhale, step back to the top of your mat. Feet together, Arms down. Good. Let's take an inhale and lift the arms and look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs. Inhale, lengthen, come halfway up. Exhale, step into plank or chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg up and back. As you breathe in, reach that right leg. Exhale, bend that knee, roll that hip open. Take another breath. Find that connection to your pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones. Draw in below the navel and then let the pose kind of arise from that space. As you inhale, reach that right leg straight up. Exhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Drop the left foot. Inhale, rise into warrior two. Exhale, hands to your hips, right? So feel a little more deeply into it, that left leg, that right foot. Even though they're apart, can you imagine them squeezing together as you draw in below the navel and broaden the chest? Inhale out, stretch the arms, look at your right fingertips, exhale. Inhale into extended side angle pose, left arm reaching overhead. Exhale here. Inhale back into warrior two. Exhale to reverse warrior. Take an inhale here, reaching up through the left arm. Exhale, stay and sink a little deeper. Inhale back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle again. Another inhale here and exhale, stay. Inhale, rise back to warrior two. Exhale one more time, reverse warrior. Stay here, take a full breath. Inhale, full breath, exhale. Inhale back to warrior two, and then exhale, bring your palms into your chest. Inhale, palms together, reach your arms forward out in front of you, and then exhale, we're gonna turn. So take your left forearm to the outside of your right thigh and start to slide into a twist. You might turn this into a prayer twist. You might actually take your left palm to the outside of your right foot and then reach your right arm overhead for revolved extended side angle pose. Take another full breath, reach into that left foot, press into that right foot, draw in below the navel. As you inhale, next time, rise all the way back to warrior two, and then exhale, hands down, step to chaturanga or plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath, pause, and find your midline here. Just reconnecting. So we're going to do all of that on the other side. Let's take the left leg, inhale, lift it up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, roll the hip open. Just enjoy this for a moment. Come back to the midline, see if you can get a little bit longer. And then inhale, stretch that left leg up. Exhale, bring that left foot between the hands, drop the right foot. Inhale, rise all the way into warrior two. Exhale, hands to your hips. So right here, just touching the foundations of the pose with feet and legs. Then coming to the midline as the feet pull together. Draw in below the navel, stand up taller. Outstretch the arms, inhale, exhale right here. Inhale, extended side angle pose, reaching the right arm, stay here, exhale. Inhale, rise back to warrior two. Exhale, reverse warrior. Stay here for an inhale, reaching that left arm up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, back to warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle again. Inhale, really lengthening here. Exhale, stay here, and then inhale back to warrior two. Last time, exhale, reverse warrior. Stay here, take a full breath, reaching up. Exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, back to warrior two. This time, palms to chest, exhale. Inhale, arms reach forward, the palms touching. Exhale, start to rotate, right forearm to the outside of the left thigh. So you might need to adjust your feet a little bit, right? Maybe you come into a prayer twist. Maybe you touch your right palm to the floor on the outside of your left foot and circle your left arm overhead. Take a full deep breath. Reach into your back foot. Draw in below the navel. One more exhale here. And then release on an inhale all the way back to warrior two. And exhale, hands down. You can vinyasa or just step to downward facing dog. Your choice. All the way up and back. Take a full deep breath, just bowing your head. Maybe you're in child's pose, maybe you're in downward facing dog. Again, just sensing the power of noticing where you are, noticing that aliveness flowing through you, that vibration of the earth that suffuses everything. Receiving the nourishment of that connection. Let's bring the feet to the hands and lengthen and come halfway up. And then exhale, bow all the way down over the legs. Inhale, stand all the way up again. Reach up, look up. And exhale, bring the arms down. So standing at the top of your mat, let's just bring the palms together and take a steady gaze with the eyes. Just feel your feet on the ground, feel your palms touching. Let's inhale, lift the right knee, and then exhale, push the right foot straight back behind you, moving into warrior three. Right? You could always bring your hands to your left thigh, palms to your left thigh. You could take any variation with the arms that you like. But can you find your midline? Can you find your midline and then expand, get a little more spacious from there? Take another inhale and another exhale. And then as you inhale, we're going to stand all the way back up, lift the right knee in front of you, and then take your left hand to your left hip, and either right hand to the right knee or grab the big toe with the right peace fingers. Either way, perhaps you choose to outstretch your leg in front of you and stay right here in Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Left hand on the left hip, pressing in and drawing in below the navel to stand up tall. Press into that left leg. As you exhale, release your right foot with your right hand, bring both hands to the hips. Stand up tall, a little taller as you breathe in, and then bring the foot down and the arms down as you breathe out. Take a breath in and out and just pause. Good. Let's bring palms together, just getting centered, really getting grounded for the other side. Feeling the hands, feeling the feet, feeling the breath. Let's inhale, lift the left knee, and then exhale, push the left foot back as you lean forward. And it could be any amount, and you might choose to place your palms on your right thigh for a little bit more support. Just come back to the breath. Can you find your way to the midline here? Lengthening from the inside. Take another full breath wherever you are. Another inhale, another exhale. As you inhale, rise up, lift the left knee in front of you, and then exhale, right hand to right hip, either left hand to left knee or take the toes. Inhale, if you'd like, you can outstretch your leg for Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Pressing the right hand onto the right hip, pressing down into the right leg, broadening through the collarbones here. Just 100% right here. Take another full breath in, and then release the left hand to the hip if it's holding the toe. Stand up tall, reach through the foot, take another full breath, inhale, and then foot down and arms down, exhale. All right, we're gonna vinyasa and come into seated. So inhale, lift your arms and look up. Exhale, bow forward over the legs all the way. Inhale, just lengthen and look up. Exhale, you can step into chaturanga or plank. Inhale into up dog, exhale into down dog. Good, and then we're either gonna jump our legs through our hands or touch our knees down and outstretch the legs in front of you. Good, so sitting up nice and tall for a couple of breaths, just hugging the legs together, finding that midline connection. And then as we inhale, let's start to reach forward over the legs and exhale, just bowing down. So just a simple seated forward fold right here. Let your breath be steady. Find a little bit of sweetness there from the inside out. So as you arrive here, sensing where you are right now on the inside and the outside, sensing the fellowship of others that are here practicing with you, let that be a portal to some sweetness, some softening. With your next inhale, just a little bit of length and look up. And then exhale, come out of it. We're gonna lean back, lift the legs into Navasana. Breathing here. So we're gonna add a little bit of a twist here. So inhale, broaden the chest. Exhale, pull the right elbow back, look over the right shoulder. Inhale, back to center, hug the legs in. Exhale, pull and look to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, pull and look to the right. Inhale, back to center, last time to the left, exhale. Inhale, center, a little smile, and then exhale, feet on the floor, legs outstretched. Reverse plank or reverse tabletop. So either with the knees bent or the legs straight. Inhale, lift up, and tip your head back if possible. Take a few deep breaths here. Just broadening the chest, opening the front of the body. One more inhale. And then exhale, lower your hips back down. Let's bring the soles of the feet together. Sit up nice and tall for Baddha Konasana. So inhale, broadening the chest. I like to really feel, so even though the legs are open and apart, just like we explored in Warrior 2 and in the wide-legged standing forward bend, if you can imagine your legs squeezing together to help you lengthen through the midline. And then exhale, leaning forward. So that's squeezing the legs. It's just enough to awaken that midline connection. And it's not so much that it shuts off the hip joint from opening. Take another full exhale here. And then use the squeeze of your legs as you inhale to rise back up. Exhale, just pause. Let's bring the knees together and the feet onto the floor. We're going to take the left foot underneath the right hip into the outside, and then the right foot can stay just in front of the left shin, or it can come just to the outside of the left knee. We're going to either hug the left knee and, hug the right knee and turn to the right, or hook the left arm to the outside of the right knee and grab the right foot with the left hand. Breathing here, looking over the right shoulder, full, deep, spacious breath. If you can find your low belly, draw in and up and soften a little bit. One more exhale. Inhale, turn the gaze forward. Exhale, slowly release the twist. Right foot on the floor, left foot on the floor. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So right foot comes to the outside of the left hip. Left foot either stays right there in front of the right shin, or just sneaks just barely to the outside of the right knee. Turning to the left, so you can either just hug your left knee with your right arm, or hook your right arm to the outside of your left knee and grab your left foot with your right hand. Inhale, draw up and in. Exhale, turn and gaze over the left shoulder. Breathing here a time or two. Good, let's take one more exhale here. Turn your gaze forward as you inhale, and then releasing that twist as you exhale. Let's place both feet on the floor, walk the hands back, and maybe you just tip your knees once or twice to each side. Just kind of working it out. So we're going to lie down on our backs and move into a couple rounds of back bends. So I'm going to talk us through just bridge pose, which is what we did at the beginning, but you're welcome to explore upward facing wheel pose, coming all the way up onto your hands. Okay, so from wherever you are, just find your feet really grounded on the floor. Before you do anything else, take a moment to connect again. So just arriving right here, just the immediacy of the present moment, As you inhale and exhale, noticing the sound, the sensation, the movement of the breath to whatever degree of subtlety feels possible right now. Just really having that intimate conversation inside. Right, as you're able to drop into that, take refuge in the present moment in that way, also sensing the expansiveness, really the collective practicing that is going on. The support of others that are right here for this time, just tuning in together. And then let's lift the hips up, so either into bridge pose or upward facing wheel. Inhale, lift up. So from that really connected space, you start to expand, maybe lifting higher, depending on what it feels like. Keep breathing. Come back to the steadiness, the sweetness of your breath. We're going to do bridge pose or wheel pose 2 times. Take another inhale. And wherever you are, exhale, lower down. We're just going to rest in between rounds for 1 full deep breath. So on your next inhale, go ahead and lift up into round 2, whichever pose you're choosing, and breathe. Just come back to the immediacy of that breath, that very personal but also universal quality. Receiving the nourishment of it. Take another full breath. And whenever you exhale next, lower all the way down. Just pause. Maybe take the feet wide and the knees together. Inhale and exhale. So this would be a time, if there is an inversion that you would like to explore. We're going to take probably about a minute or 2 for that. So it could be anything. You could put your legs up the wall or on a chair or a sofa. You could just stay resting right here on your back and do a few reclined stretches. You could move to a wall. Okay, so I'm going to move to the wall and do a half handstand, an L-shaped pose, which you're welcome to do as well. But take a minute or 2 to explore. For L, I'm going to come into basically downward dog at the wall, and then step 1 foot up, and then the other foot. And then draw in below the navel, knit together the pubic bone, tailbone, sitting bones, reach into the arms and breathe. Let your breaths be really steady and spacious wherever you are right now. This is part of your winding down for relaxation, just really winding the nervous system down so you can soften and relax. Keep breathing, and don't forget to take a little bit of rest. That's not to rush you. We're still going to do this for about another minute, but take a minute to rest when you're finished. It could be child's pose. It could be something else that feels restful. In those moments, just really listening to the breath. Let that be the most important thing. So in these moments when we practice and really connect with ourselves, with one another, there can be a sense of clarity and open-heartedness that lets us sense into what really matters to us. Just making that connection to our hearts, sensing what we really care about in these moments. After you've had some time to rest after your inversion, we're going to come all the way back down onto our backs. So lying all the way back down. Take your time. And let's hug the knees in. Just hug the knees in, give yourself a little squeeze. Maybe rock a little bit side to side. Maybe let the knees come wider, turn the soles of the feet up, come into a little bit of happy baby right here. And then with your next few breaths, just start to make your way all the way down so that you can rest. Okay? And so just finding a way that you can rest completely, whether it means you're lying flat, whether it means you place your feet on the floor and touch your knees together, whatever it is for you right now. You might close your eyes, take a few breaths, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, just totally letting go of that breath. I like to place one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly when I rest in Shavasana, but whatever works for you. Take a moment to sense into that. Let that breath whisper out through the mouth, just wholeheartedly in these moments, receiving the nourishment of your connection to aliveness, to one another. Just be nourished by that vast, boundless heart space that suffuses everything. Just trusting that vibration to flow through you in these moments.